Got the shooting working. Now everything is insane. Why are they shooting blue bullets at me? I don't know. Blue bullet. Yeah, so that's not what's happening. Okay, I love game development, but if there's anything that is going to make me quit, it's going to be multiplayer. Let me explain. I'm crossing my fingers that this video isn't late, but if it is, I apologize for that. I went home over the weekend and spent some time with my family, and I plan to do it next weekend as well. I'm also getting worried that the amount of content that I'm recording isn't completely making up for the amount of content I'm putting in my videos. I'm worried that my videos are going to take up like 5 days of content and then I'm only going to do 3 in a week. Meaning that eventually I'm making videos on the updates that I do as they go. So if I don't have enough content, then I don't have enough for a video on Thursdays every single week. So there's a very high likely chance that I'm going to do it every other week instead of every week. This allows me to give me more time to work on the videos and the stuff inside the game and actually have enough content for video. I'm also worried that I bit off more than I can chew regarding my game and its release date. Currently, the date is set for Q4 of 2021, but I don't know how possible it is for me to hit that. So the game will be finished whenever it is finished. But on the bright side, you guys might be excited to hear that I have started beta testing. If you want to be a beta tester, you could either email me, or if you really want to support me, you can follow my Patreon. I will have forms to fill out for beta applications, and you guys can help me test out everything in the game. I do apologize for that long intro, and without further ado, I will talk about multiplayer. I would say that I went through all 5 stages of grief throughout this period. It all started because I was super excited. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just throw multiplayer and do this. I didn't have any plans. I didn't have any idea what I was going to do. This was not planned. I was not going to put multiplayer in it. But I looked and I was like, you know what? This game would be alright with multiplayer. That was my first mistake. I think I developed depression because of this. Screw game development. I'm all about that depression development. I didn't realize that we are already over 4 minutes in, so I might actually split this into 2 parts. So let me discuss the ins and outs of what I had to do. In order to truly understand how to do multiplayer, we need to understand that there's a client and a server. So the client is you. This is what you see, and this is the server. This is what everybody sees. So if I create an object such as a box and it's just client, it means that I'm the only one who sees it. So I will move this over here. So this cube is a client cube. This one is only me, only I can see it. Certain things like experience orbs, health, a coin, these are all client, meaning player 2 doesn't see these. Only player 1 does. So this allows them to just pick up anything here without having to worry about player 2. Now a server side objects are seen by both instances. of course you have to do this during a video. So on the server, let's say this might be an enemy, right? So if a slime is created on the server, then it is created on the secondary. And so the issue lies on trying to share these two positions. Our goal is, while this moves, we want this to move with it. So no matter where it goes, both people see both positions and where it's at on the screen. Another issue, for instance, is, let's take bullets for example. So let me increase that really quick. Bullet. So this flies toward and it hits a player or an enemy and it causes damage. So the issue lies on trying to take this damage and then transfer it over to the server. Because when you create a bullet is client side. Now you might be wondering, how can I see the bullet that the other person created on my screen? So I use a little bit of trickery here, and this is what we call an RPC. This stands for Remote Procedure Call. So when one person shoots a bullet, it's client, but I call it as an RPC, which means it shows up on the other person's screen. This is because the bullet has become a client side on both of the computers. A remote procedure call is a script that can be ran on both clients. Essentially, a script gets called, one client tells the server to tell all of the computers on that server to execute that script. Now don't get confused, because the script does not run from the server, it runs from the computer that you're on. It's just called by the server. Confused yet? Yeah, me too. One of the remote procedure calls that I call is to hurt the enemy. So I can't just say health equals health minus damage, because this will only be client side. So instead what I do is I created a remote procedure call called hurt enemy. And basically all it is just a method that can be ran on both clients. And so one client calls the hurt enemy and both execute. So on one client I might say 5 damage. So on both clients it calls this. So meaning that the enemy loses 5 health on both screens. So in the next part, I'll probably talk about how I got the bullets working, because it was an issue with destroying the object, especially when it hits a wall. I don't entirely understand why it was so difficult, but I guess you'll find that out either next week or the week after that one. I apologize that this video is a lot slower than all the other ones and that it might not have been entertaining as much. The montage at the beginning was a lot of fun to create though, and is probably one of my favorite things I've done on YouTube. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really liked it, why don't consider subscribing? I really enjoy making these videos for you guys, but it's also nice to see that people actually are enjoying these videos and are watching them. It's a really great motivation for me to continue. Sticking to the project is hard enough already, considering how difficult the journey has been, but I still think it's seriously one of the most fun careers out there, in my honest opinion. But yeah, please be sure to check out the Redbubble. We have exclusive Red Matter Game Studios merchandise, and we also have a Patreon, and you can maybe sign up to become a beta tester. But that's about it. See ya.